Howdy all, welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time to play... Ooh, that was really close. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. My headset's a little low. You can probably tell, new headset, new microphone. My previous headset decided to quit. Last episode, actually. Pretty much as soon as I finished recording the previous episode of this, my headset stopped charging altogether. Dang it. And so I had to buy a whole new... Alright, it'll charge, but not very well. Like, to get it to charge to be able to even do the episode last week... No, you know what? It wouldn't have been this episode. Never mind. It would have been my Saturday episodes when it happened. Oh, crap. There's a lot of zombies here. But to be able to record Saturday's episode, because it would have been Friday when this last episode of this came out, I had to wrap the ear cup in the cable and then dangle it over my shoulder so that the headset was laying on my chest, pointed down, so that it would charge. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So this is a new headset, new microphone. Well, I guess the headset came with a new microphone. I think it sounds a lot better. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It seems to make my work easier. I don't have to clean up the sound so much because the microphone is much higher quality. And so it already cancels out background noise on its own. And I don't have to do it as a separate step. Oh, I thought those would just break out. They did not break out. This looks like there's a hole in the ground here. Whoops. So... yeah, we've got a brand new building there to test or to check out. It's probably where I'm going to wind up spending the night, I think, right? 18 to minus 12 is... oh no, we still got like another hour of daylight left in the game. I love these little booths and stuff they have in here. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I saw the bathrooms last time. Little bathroom stalls. No doors though, man. I don't know about using a public restroom with no doors. Yep. Especially when it just opens right out to the right out to the public. I don't think they let you have that in at least not in the United States. That's seems like to me it'd be indecent exposure. Is this the shady booth in the back here by the kitchen? Oh, I thought maybe I could fit underneath of that. I can't. So I watched the Friday's episode of Z Nation. It was okay. I think that show is definitely matured to the point where it's okay. Those first 4 episodes were not good. And so I still think that last episode, not the one I just watched, but the previous episode, has been the best for me so far. I did like. Yeah, I like this week's episode. I think they had a. I already got the 44 Magnum. I don't think there's any books out there left that I don't already have. What does that say? Urban Combat. Urban Combat. So this week they had a really, man, that guy's. Oh, I didn't have that. That's new. Or maybe I do have that. I'm not sure that I have that, but I have it now. Um, anyways, last week we talked about, our last episode, they had the zombie herd walking across the plains of Kansas, causing a giant dust cloud, and they they didn't really get into it so much, um, but the I don't know if they really got into it this time either. The episode started off with everybody laying on the ground, not having water, which I thought was a little bizarre. I mean, I guess it's been 3 years since the zombie apocalypse in this show, since it started, so I guess it's not that crazy that there wouldn't be water, but I would think that any town, just based on the amount of survivors that are still alive, you're gonna find water somewhere, just left over in pipes or something. I mean, it doesn't just go away. Um, but so they were out of water and on the ground, and I mean, laying in the street on the ground, which is just bizarre to me. Come on, go away. Thank you. I don't even know why I busted that out. Why did I bust that out? I'm not even gonna go out this way. Well, let's go look. I guess we can check out the car and stuff back here. So the zombie horde is coming, and so they've got to hide, and so they wind up bringing in this new guy because they needed somebody to kill, and so he comes in, and then they're hiding in the mortuary, and the guy who's got the cure, who's been, well, like I said, I don't think he's cured. I think he's just turning slower. Can I? Whoa. Can I be not stunned now? And anyways, so he's really chipper compared to everybody else because he doesn't apparently need as much moisture as they do, thanks to his slowly becoming a zombie, I guess. And so he's all like, "We gotta move," and they're like, "We're dying." And so anyways, they get in the morgue, and now the zombies have busted down the door, and they're hiding in the actual morgue, with the refrigerated units where they keep bodies, and so that's where they hide. Well, not all of them. All of them but one. And this is the one thing I didn't like about this. Well, there's probably multiple things I didn't like about this episode, but I didn't like that they were able to have the woman hide in a body bag. Now, I don't know that much about body bags, so I will grant you that hiding in a body bag might work if it's zipped all the way up, because I would assume body bags are designed to keep the smell in. This is pretty cool looking. Yeah, I thought that'd be a fountain. So I've never seen one of these before. This is the lodge, or is this a hotel? We've seen apartment buildings, which were new to me too. Oh, crap. Crap. Give me control, my guy. My guy was stunned with the mouse pointer out, and I couldn't change my... Aww, I might need it in this room. No, I think I can bypass this room. But so they had her hide in a body bag, and like I said, that's feasible, I guess, if body bags hold in smell. But she left it open so you could see her part of her face the whole time. So I'm calling shenanigans on that, I guess. Is that the way that's used? Calling shenanigans? I think that's the term I've heard before. Um, that's just not going to work. If they can smell her, in fact, a zombie looks at her eye and realizes she's alive. So I don't understand how she could hide in a body bag, but she does for like the whole episode. Everybody else hides in the little body compartments. I really don't know what those are called because I don't work in a morgue, and I don't think I've ever been in that part of the morgue to talk to somebody about what they call things. Slabs. They hit on the slabs, and so one of the guys, of course, freaks out about. That part was really funny to me. One of the guys freaks out about being in an enclosed space, and so he's like, "All right, we could take him if we all rush together. 1, 2," and then when he jumps out, of course, he's the only one that jumps out, and immediately gets eaten. So while this is going on, the zombie guy, and one of these days I will learn their names, maybe. But the zombie guy, he's off looking for supplies, maybe to run. I don't know. He didn't run, but he sure looked like he was gonna. And this part, to me, like, he was really bizarre in this episode. I don't know if there should have been a lead up, more of a lead up to what's happening to him, but he's been a miserable wreck of a person for weeks. Basically since the first episode. I mean, he's still a horrible person, but I mean, like, barely move, barely talk in some of the episodes. And this episode was like he was on a manic episode. Like he was bipolar, having a manic episode. And so he found this woman and her son in an apartment building, and they thought he was a zombie. And then he talked to him, so they knew he wasn't a zombie. But he took their food and water, and the woman told him that take whatever he wanted and just leave him alone. And if he saw a guy in a red jacket, to tell him that they were still alive. And so when he left the place, and this is the part that cracked me up, the guy in the red jacket is standing outside their apartment building because he's a zombie now. And so he opened the door and gestured for the guy to go in. And so he sent the zombie up to kill that family after taking their supplies. They haven't really given much of a backstory on who he is, but I'm pretty sure that he's like hardcore convict who was brought in to test this cure on because they didn't want to use people. I have 9 doses of that, and I don't think I can get infected again. I probably should just dump that, right? Because this isn't going away. 1 game day. Yeah, I still have 19.8 game hours. I'm going to stop carrying that because I will find more. That'll give me a free space. But so, yeah, I couldn't believe he killed those people. I mean, he didn't physically do the killing, but he caused it to happen, being the type of person he is. And then when he comes back, of course, all the zombies left, and then everybody's like, "Oh man, you must have stacked them 10 deep." But really, he just ignored the fact they were even there. Because they don't bother him, because they think he's a zombie now. So while all that was going on, good old Citizen Z Did I not go in this room? Did I shut the door for some reason? Good old Citizen Z, he went crazy, and he's playing golf in the... Okay. So he's on a military base in the Arctic Circle somewhere, or Antarctic Circle. I don't know where he's at exactly. Someplace frozen. I never think to look to see exactly where he is. And, you know, this place did not have a kitchen of any kind. I would think a fancy lodge like this would have a kitchen. Hotel, whatever this is. But there isn't. There's just places to stay, but no place to eat. You gotta go across the road to the gas station to eat. Alright, let's see what's down this way then. So, while that's going on, he's in this military base. I don't know. I don't know what that just was. Citizen Z's in this military base, and so... Whoa. Spawn in. And, okay, that light is just driving my lights crazy here. And so he's playing golf, and apparently his golf ball hit something that I don't think he needs, and I don't understand. And so they show he looks at the CO2 scrubbers for the base. Now the trick is that there aren't airlocks on this base, and they have showed him just open the outside doors multiple times. And in fact, he does it twice in this episode. So I don't understand how he can be experiencing what he experiences. And he, apparently there's no oxygen in the base, and so he starts hallucinating. And I don't remember... See, I thought maybe... I don't know. An alarm goes off anyways at one point, and he knocks the alarm off. And I think a International Space Station escape capsule crashes down, but there's nothing alive on board, and they show that. Oh, look at that. We need in this back room. And but he hallucinates that someone was on board, and so it brings in this Russian guy from the outside, and him and the Russian guy start, you know, talking and playing golf and drinking a lot of vodka and stuff. And the Russian guy is always like, "What's wrong with your dog? What's wrong with your dog?" Because the dog is on... Oh, wow. This is a little more sturdy than I was expecting. So the Citizen Z there, he doesn't understand what the guy's talking about, and I'm like, yep, he's hallucinating. And so he's trying to point out the fact that the dog is asleep and won't wake up. Well, that didn't work. I was hoping it would blow the door or the wall open. And so he basically just starts thinking that the Russian guy has poisoned the dog and stuff, and then the Russian guy starts strangling him, and he's like, "I can't breathe," and the Russian guy's like, "Yeah, why can't you breathe?" And he's like, "No, I can't breathe," and he's like, "Yeah, why can't you breathe? Think about it." And so then he realizes that he's suffocating. Because there's no oxygen, because I don't know why. His golf ball hit a machine and stopped the oxygen from coming in the base, I guess. Except that he opened the door to let the Russian guy in. Which, if it was... Oh, yeah, why am I doing it this way? Here, where's my... Oh, I should have done the other group there. Yeah, that was much easier. I don't know why I keep trying to break things open by hand when I've got a machine to do it. So, yeah, eventually he realizes that he's suffocating, and he drags the dog to the door, the outside door, and opens the outside door, which would be fine if it was a enclosed base that required you to exit through airlocks and stuff, but it's not. So I don't understand how he could possibly be suffocating in the base. Now, I thought the alarm going off was a carbon monoxide filter thingy, then maybe that I could believe, but they clearly showed CO2 scrubbers, and there's no way that that base that size with him and that dog would be running out of oxygen. Just not gonna happen because it's not that sealed. And I know it's a weird thing maybe to be nitpicky over, but it is the difference between a good quality show and an okay quality show. It's the attention to detail. Well, I mean, you gotta have good actors and stuff too, but that lack of attention to detail just takes you out of the believability of the show. There also seems to be, like I said earlier, some kind of weird disconnect between what people should act like from episode to episode. Which I don't care for. Oh, here we go, kitchen. I need food and water. Food. Those are empty jars. I can get my own empty jars. Food and water. I could also use a 44 cylinder. I went and turned that down. Oop. Dang it. Oh, I guess I've got a ton of water right there. Never mind, I don't need so much water now. I just need a 44 Magnum cylinder and some... I'd take food. Whatever food. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was... I've definitely seen much worse episodes of that. I would say it was probably the second best episode so far. I think it was like 6 or 7 too, so it doesn't have a lot of good episodes to begin with. Whoops. Aw, dang it. I accidentally chopped up the box before I could check it out. Well, that's sad. Alright, well this little place is now done in. I guess back down the road we go. Now, next episode, of course, if we don't get a new version of the game, since we're still on version 9.3, then we can talk about the next episode of The Walking Dead, which I haven't watched yet, which I should probably have watched. I don't know why I don't watch it. Oh, no, we crashed. Alright, well, I am going to call it here then, I guess. So click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one. And I'll talk to you with my poor crashed game later.